All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I trust that we are doing fine. Welcome to our training on Wednesday. Yes. I see the number is only 64. Where is everyone? Where is everyone? Yes. Can we bring our team members here? Can we bring our team members here? It's a training. They needed to be trained. They needed to be trained. If you can hear me, give me a 1 in the chat. If I'm audible enough, give me a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, give me a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, give me a 1 in the chat. All right. Okay. All right. So it means I'm audible enough. I'm audible enough. Okay. So good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are joining us from. Yes, my name is Mopiiwa, one of the coaches in Crypto Ambassadors. I'll be taking you through the training today. And today we'll be looking at the super bye-bye poverty. The super bye-bye poverty. All right, that's what we'll be looking at. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. I don't want to waste much time today. Let's get into our training for today. I believe your writing materials are just with you right there, so that you are able to pick what you see it fit to be written in your book. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna share my screen and we'll be looking at the super bye-bye poverty strategy. All right, so I'm sharing my screen. If you can see my screen, give me a 2 in the chat. If you can see my screen, give me a 2 in the chat. If my screen is visible, give me a 2 in the chat. If my screen is visible, give me a 2 in the chat. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So let's get into it. So when we talk about the super bye-bye poverty strategy, we are looking at a capital starting from $1,000 and above. When we are talking about the super bye-bye poverty, we are looking at $1,000 and above as capital. Yes, $1,000 and above as our capital. When I say capital, I'm not referring to the total amount of money that is inside your exchange as capital. No, I'm referring to putting this $1,000 in one single trade. Okay, you are setting up a trade using $1,000 as capital in that trade alone. That's what I'm referring to when I say we look at $1,000 and above as capital. So that's what I'm referring to. So we'll be setting up a strategy, okay, using this amount of money as our capital in one single trade. If you have understood that, give me a 1 in the chat. If you have understood that, give me a 1 in the chat. If you have understood that, give me a 1 in the chat. When I say $1,000 capital, what am I talking about? Okay, what am I talking about? I'm not talking about your total amount of capital in the exchange, no. But putting this type of capital just in one single trade. The focus is you want to benefit more once the trade is completed. Okay, you are focusing on collecting 3%, yes, of this $1,000 once the trade is completed. That's the focus. So we don't want to take this $1,000 and trade 3 coins or 4 coins. No, but our focus is putting this amount of money just in one single trade, so that when the trade is completed, assuming that we are compounding 3%, 300 challenge, then you'll be looking at collecting 3% of $1,000 capital. Okay, so that's what we are looking at this morning. Now, let's come here on the mine section. I want us to set this strategy under the mine section, under the mine section, so that we keep the setting there whenever a signal has been sent in the group. We should not start from scratch to set that particular signal. That's why we want to use the mine section to do the settings, and then we save the setting, and then we remain patient. Whenever we pick any type of signal that we want to expose $1,000 as our capital, then we just come here and collect the settings and we apply, so that we don't waste time, because time is important when it comes to entering a trade. Okay, so we are tapping on the mine section. On the mine section, we are focusing on this area called my strategy setting. So we are going to tap here, then we look at mine strategy setting. Okay, so on the mine strategy setting, you can see that it is an area provided by RoyalQ, so that you can create different types of strategies according to the muscle of your capital. Then you save those strategies here. So you can create up to 10 strategies, and then you save them here. You can see that I do have 2 already. Okay, one is a bye-bye poverty strategy setting, but today we are going to do the super. We're gonna do the super bye-bye poverty strategy setting. All right, so this is where we are. We want to create the super bye-bye poverty strategy setting. If you have followed me up to this far, then give me a 3 in the chat. If you have followed me up to this far, give me a 3 in the chat. Give me a 3 in the chat. If you have followed me up to this far, give me a 3 in the chat. Give me a 3 in the chat if you have followed me up to this far. Okay, all right. So let's proceed. We are at our RoyalQ board under my strategy setting, and we are looking at creating a super bye-bye poverty strategy using $1,000 as capital. Okay, so I'm going to tap on the plus sign here. All right, I'm gonna tap on the plus sign here. Okay, what is happening with my pen? Okay. I'm gonna tap on the plus sign here. That's where I'm going to tap, so that we are able to add another strategy, okay? If you don't have any strategy at all, this space is going to be vacant, and you're going to see a word that is written, add it now, okay? you are going to see this appearing on your screen if you don't have any strategy that you have created so far. But here, I do have 2 strategies. That's why I needed to use the plus button at the top corner right so that I can add 1 more strategy. So I'm tapping on the plus sign. Okay, when I tap on the plus sign, this is going to appear. Okay, you are going to see this appearing. All right, so I want you to focus from here. Okay, I want you to focus from here coming down here. Okay, forget about the risk type under the study here. It's not important because we are creating our own strategy. Okay, so you're gonna start from remark and you're gonna use the option side to name your strategy. So when you tap on option, you're gonna see the pen popping out there so that you can name the strategy. So we are calling the name super, okay, super bye-bye poverty. We are calling super bye-bye poverty strategy. Yes, I think my phone is used to it now. It is able to help me predict what I want to write. So super bye-bye poverty strategy setting. There we go. So we have given a name to our strategy, right? So on the first buy-in amount, we are going to leave it the way it is because we still need to calculate our first buy-in amount from the $1,000 that we are going to use as capital. Okay, nevertheless, even if we calculate it now, we are not going to put it here. Why? Because whenever we are picking a signal and we come and collect this strategy over here, we are going to find out that it is going to give us a default setting only on the first buy-in amount. But the rest, it is going to be okay. But only here, on the first buy-in amount, it gives us a default setting. So there is no need for us to indicate our first buy-in amount now. Is that okay? If it is okay, give me a yes in the chat. If it is okay, give me a yes in the chat to show that we are together. Give me a yes in the chat if it is okay. Give me a yes in the chat if it is okay. If it is okay, give me a yes in the chat. Give me a yes in the chat if it is okay. All right, okay, so let's go back to our super bye-bye poverty strategy. Now, we are coming a little bit further down from the first buy-in amount. This one I have already explained. We are not doing it now. When it comes to open position doubled, this button here should always be off, okay? Because when you try to put it on, just like the way this one is appearing, when you switch this button on, what you are telling your robot is every time it goes to the market with your first buy-in amount, it should double it. That's why it says open position doubled. So if you are going to open this button, every time the robot goes to the market to buy, it will be doubling your first buy-in amount. If you are using, for example, $50, it means it is going to use $100 because it's gonna double the $50, okay? So make sure that you are following instructions. Otherwise, you will discover that your money has been used up quickly because what you told the robot is what the robot is doing, though you did not know what you told the robot, or you did not understand what you told the robot. So This button opened, position doubled, leave it the way it is. Jamira, stop writing on my screen. Jamira, stop writing on my screen. I'm gonna call you when I need help, okay? Yeah, I will call you when I need help to come help me write on the screen. But for now, allow me to write on the screen, okay? And there is someone as well. Someone as well is helping Jamira, is joining Jamira to write on my screen. Stop writing on my screen, okay? All right. So let's come here on the AI margin call, okay? On the AI margin call. What is happening with people today? People, they are so hungry to write on the screen. What is going on? A lot of people are very hungry to write on the screen. A lot of people are very hungry to write on the screen. Please stop writing on my screen. Okay. Are we together? Stop writing on my screen. You are disturbing me. You are disturbing me. Okay, let's proceed. Let's proceed. Ahibwa, please put off your pen. Put off your pen. Don't write on my screen. Okay. So here we are under the AI margin call button. When we are using the super buy poverty strategy setting, the AI margin call button should be on. Maybe for understanding sake, when you switch on the AI margin call, what you are telling the robot is when it comes to when to buy your margin calls, the robot should decide using the artificial intelligence. Remember, our Royal Q board has got artificial what? Intelligence, even the margin call. So when you own this button, you are giving the buying power to the artificial intelligence margin call button to do the buying of the margin calls. All right. So the AI margin call, it prevents you, okay, or it prevents the robot not to buy fast your margin calls, especially in a case where that particular coin you are trading is dropping too much. Have you ever seen a particular coin that drops a lot to the extent that it will buy your 5 margin calls within a period of 5 minutes? You discover that your 5 margin calls are bought. Then you know that the coin has got momentum. So when you switch on the AI, it means the artificial intelligence that is inside the robot will decide when it should buy your margin call limit. Okay? So this is the AI margin call. What does it do? Okay? What does it do? If you have understood the AI margin call button, please give me a 3 in the chat. If you have understood the AI margin call button, give me a 3 in the chat. Give me a 3 in the chat. If you have understood the works of the AI margin call button, the AI margin call button. If you have understood, give me a 3 in the chat. Okay. All right. So let's proceed. Let's go back to our settings. Now, let's come here where it says margin call limit. Okay. So the number that you impute here, you are simply telling the robot that, look, man, I am sending you to the market 7 times. For example, we do have 7 over there. So you are telling the robot, I am sending you to the market today 7 times. When you have finished to buy 7 times, please stop. Okay? When you have finished buying 7 times, don't buy anymore. So that's what you are telling your robot. So the margin call limit, it is the number of times that you want your robot to buy. How many times should the robot go to the market to buy for you? So the super buy poverty, we normally use 5 margin calls. We use 5 margin calls. So we are instructing our robot to go and buy 5 times for us. Okay, once it has done buying 5 times, then the robot is no longer going to buy anymore. It will be waiting to find an opportunity or a position in the market to sell the stock that it has bought 5 times. So that is about the margin call limit. Okay, yes. So we needed to understand. Maybe someone will be asking, why are we using 5 margin calls? Okay, our robot is a martingale robot. Okay, our robot is a martingale what? Is a martingale robot. When we say a martingale robot, what are we saying? It buys our margin calls at different prices, but the first 4 margin calls, it sells them at once. When it buys them, it sells them at once. Okay, so our target is to put in stock, to put in capital for the robot to buy these 5 margin calls. The 4 margin calls. But now we are adding +1 to be 5 because our target is these 4. Okay, from 5, it is just excess. We are adding extra margin calls. All right, but from 1 to 4, that's where our target is. The moment the robot buys margin call number 1 up to 4, when it comes to selling, it is going to sell this stock at one time using one take profit. Okay, so our anticipation is, let's say that we are entering the market here with our first buy-in amount. Our target is, if the market goes down, at least the robot should buy 4 times. Okay, it should put in some money in buying stock 4 times, so that when it sells this stock, since this stock, it is sold at once with one take profit. So it means we are targeting this amount of stock that is going to be sold at once. Because if it is going to buy margin call number 5, the robot has got a setting where you can instruct the robot to sell margin call number 5 alone. Okay, but these 4, it is by default that the robot is going to sell them at once. That's why we are targeting the first 4 margin calls. So we are putting 5 in case the market continues to go down, then we can open furthermore margin calls. But our target is the first 4 margin calls, because once they are bought, they are sold at once. If we are still friends, give me a yes in the chat. If we are still friends, give me a yes in the chat. Give me a yes in the chat. Give me a yes in the chat. If we are still friends, give me a yes in the chat. Someone says, no, we are not friends. Someone says we are not friends. I am saying we are using 5 margin calls because our target first, okay? Our target first is to buy margin call 1 to 4, because when the robot buys these margin calls, it is going to sell all of them at once using one take profit. Okay, that's why I was saying our robot is a martingale robot. It buys margin calls at different prices. Okay, it buys margin calls at different prices, but when it comes to sell, it is going to sell the first 4 margin calls at once. So if we allow the robot to buy enough stock in the first 4 margin calls, it means when it comes to sell, it is going to give us a very good take profit, because the stock that is bought, it is a lot and it is sold at once. While margin call number 5 going downwards, the robot has got settings that when you instruct it to use those settings, it is going to sell margin call number 5 alone. It is going to sell margin call number 6 alone, one by one, one by one. Are we clear? Are we clear? Are we clear? The person who says, no, we are not friends. Are we clear now? Why are we using, okay. All right, that was Mario. Okay, thank you so much, Mario, that you have understood that. Okay, let me go back to our setting again. Okay, so here we are. Now, we are here where we are looking at whole position take profit ratio, callback, as well as whole position take profit ratio. So we receive signals. In the signals, they are going to tell you TP. You are going to see TP 3%, TP 5%. TP, it means take profit. Where you put TP, it is here on whole position take profit ratio. Okay, so the TP represents take profit. So where do you put your TP? It is here where it is written whole position take profit ratio here. So that is our take profit. TP, take profit, it means how much take profit do you want the robot to give you according to the settings you are instructing the robot. Okay, so what you put here, it is the profit percentage that is going to be generated when the trade is completed. All right, so that is the take profit. So our take profit is 3% according to the super buy poverty strategy. So we are putting 3.01. Okay, we are putting 3.01. Okay, I'm going to tell you why we are putting the 3.01. Let's come down here on the whole position take profit callback. Okay, it is a whole position take profit, but it is a what? A callback. Okay, it is a callback. It is a whole position take profit, but it is a callback. Okay, give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me a okay, all right, I'm back now. Let's proceed. Sorry for that. Let's proceed. Okay, so where were we? We were talking about whole position take profit callback. Okay, so I was saying we are putting 3.01 here because of this whole position take profit callback. What is whole position take profit callback? So we needed to understand this. When the robot has bought our stock and it is time for it to sell, okay, the market moves this way when it is rising. When the price is rising, it makes some sort of a zigzag like this. It goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down. Yes, there are other times it will move like this, it stops, it goes like that, it stops, it goes like that, it stops, it just moves like that. It does not drop, okay? When it makes a move, it stops, it does not drop. It makes a move, it doesn't drop, it just stop only. Then it continues to move, okay? But in most cases, you are going to see this type of a zigzag. The market will go up, then it drops a little bit. Then it continues to go up, it drops a little bit. It goes up, it drops a little bit. It goes up, right? Now, so here we are. When the market is moving in this zigzag form, all right? So this is our entry point. We have entered here. We have instructed the robot, and the robot has entered here, okay, with our first buy-in amount. It has entered here. From position of entry, assuming that the market has gone up after it has bought. So this movement of going up is equivalent to our 3% take profit. Are you following? This movement of going up is equivalent to our 3% take profit. What is going to happen? The robot is not going to sell immediately once this has been achieved. It is going to wait for a call back. So the call back, it is the pulling down, okay? The pulling down of the price to go a little bit down. So what we are putting here as a callback, once this take profit has been achieved, our whole position take profit ratio has been achieved, which is 3.01. So we want the robot to, we want the price, the price to drop a little bit, okay? The price should drop a little bit with what we are going to put here as our callback. So this movement of going back a little bit down, it is what we call the pullback. The price is pulling back. So we want the price to pull back with this amount that we put here as a percentage. Once this has been achieved, then the selling of the asset, it is going to happen after the pull what? The pullback, okay? So the reason why we are putting 3.01, we want the robot, we want the price when it drops with our pullback, which is called the whole position take profit callback. We should still remain at least with the 3% as our full take profit. While I am still here, let me explain this now. This is a scenario when the price is going up, it pulls back. It goes up, it pulls back. It goes up, it pulls back. It goes up. What about a scenario whereby the market moves from point A, okay? It moves from point A, it goes up to point B, it does not pull back, it only stops. It doesn't pull back, it stops. Or either it pulls back, but the pulling back is not equivalent to our pullback we put here. Then it continues to go back upward. Then it reaches at C. When it gets point C, it just pulls back a little bit, and it's not equivalent to what we put here. It continues to go up, right? So this movement from A to B to C to D to E, okay, to E is equivalent to 7% profit, okay? The market has moved from A to E without a heavy pullback, and the percentage is 7%. Because, listen to me, because we have put our whole position take profit callback here. Instead of the robot giving us only 3% out of the 7, it is going to give us the whole 7%. because we have put a take profit, the whole position take profit callback. So if you don't put a whole position take profit callback here, for example, you put 0 on the callback, it means you are limiting your robot to give you more profit if the market is favorable enough to go upward. Okay? When you put 0 here, the market rises to 7%. It is gonna give you only 3% that you have instructed in this scenario here. So you are limiting your robot. Are you understanding the power of the whole position take profit callback? Are you understanding this? If you are understanding this, give me a 4 in the chat. Give me a 4 in the chat if you understand what I have just explained. What I have just explained, give me a 4 in the chat. Our robot is a very magical robot. It can do wonders. It can do wonders. I don't know if you have seen it. Sometimes you are going to put 3%, but when it sells, you discover that it has given you 4.5%. It has given you 5%. It is because of the type of the coin you were trading. It was moving. It was moving. Yes, Gladys, you have just joined. It's okay. Just take a seat and relax, okay? You are going to catch with us. You're going to catch up with us, all right? So this is the advantage of the whole position take profit callback, all right? The whole position take profit callback. It has got an advantage when you put it here. So we are putting 0.01, okay? You can also use 0.1, okay? It is still okay. But what you are saying is, this one, when it has been reached, the market should drop with this one down here, then the actual selling will happen. All right, that is the reason behind that. So when this has been achieved, it should drop with this one, then the actual selling will happen. All right, so let's proceed with our training. Now, while I am still here, what is it that I wanted to add here? Okay, all right. So that is our whole position take profit callback. Now, let me explain now before I come to margin configuration. There is what we call a buy-in callback here. This buy-in callback, it is also a percentage. What is the use of this buy-in callback? It is for buying, okay? It is for buying. Now, when our robot is buying our margin calls, it buys when the price is what? Dropping. When the price is not dropping, there is no buying of the margin calls. If our margin call drops are higher, okay? I don't know if you have discovered that sometimes our robot will enter here position A, it buys here with first buying amount. Then the market goes up. It has only bought one time with $15. The market goes up. You discover that our robot sells. It gives us a very small profit, probably 0.50%, right? It only gives us 50 cents from that particular sale. It never buys our margin calls because from point of entry, the market does not go down. Can you see now? So is it good for the price to drop? Is it good for the price to drop? There are people who doesn't like the price dropping. Is it good for the price to drop? Give me an answer in the chat. Is it good for the market to drop? Is it good? Is it good for the market to drop? Is it good for the market to drop? Yes. So that the robot can buy more stock. Yes. so that it can give us good profit when it is time to sell. Remember, if the robot does not buy enough stock, there is nothing to sell. It is not going to have stock to sell. Yes. So you have now seen that it is important that the market should drop because it gives us an opportunity to buy. Okay? At the same time, we should not complain in a scenario whereby the market only enters at position A with our first buy-in amount, then it goes up, then the robot sells without buying the margin calls. It is normal. There is nothing wrong. Okay? Sometimes we experience this. The robot buys only one time, then the market goes up, it sells. It is okay. It is okay. Now, let's come to the buy-in callback. Okay? Buy-in callback. Okay? Buy-in callback. I'm sure you are able to see what I'm doing here on the screen. Okay? It is not good, but I want you to know, to see, to understand through this demonstration. So this is our entry point, position A. The robot is entering using our first buy-in amount. When it has bought with $15 first buy-in amount, I'm just using that as an example. Then the market drops, okay? The market goes down, of which we're gonna come here and explain under margin configuration. That's where we said, how do we want the price to drop according to the setting of the bot? Okay, so that's what we call margin configuration. When the robot is buying our margin calls, the price when it is dropping, it should be dropping with how much percentage, which is under margin configuration. But I want you to understand this. How does the robot buy the margin calls when price is going down? So let's say that this is a margin call drop of 2%. Okay, from point A, okay, the market should drop with 2%. This has happened. 2% has been achieved. Now, for the robot to buy this call, after this has been achieved, the price should at least go a little bit up. Another retracement, but to the upper side. Remember when the market was moving, okay, when the market was moving this way, okay, when the market was moving this way, going upward, okay, there was a retracement going to the top. But now, this one is a retracement when the market is going downward. So 2% has been achieved. The market goes a little bit up, which we call buy-in callback. What am I saying? When a margin call drop has been achieved, there should be a buy-in callback to be achieved as well, so that the actual buy can take place. So what we put here as a buy-in callback should be at least smaller enough so that when the market rises, it does not struggle. Remember, sometimes when the market is going down, it goes a little bit up. So the going up is not too much because the focus is on a downward trend. Okay? So the buy-in callback, it is a percentage we instruct the robot to monitor. Once our margin configuration setting has been achieved, it also needed to look at the buy-in callback to be achieved. So the buy-in callback, it is the pullback to the upper side before the price continues to go down. The pullback to the upper side before price continues to go down. The pullback to the upper side, price continues to go down. The pullback to the upper side, price continues to go down. Are we friends? Are we friends? So you can see that it is important to put in a reasonable percentage on the buy-in callback so that the robot does not struggle to buy our margin calls. What happens if the margin call is not achieved, but the percentage drop is achieved? What happens if the buy-in callback is not achieved, but our margin call drop percentage is achieved? The robot is not going to buy here. The robot is not going to buy here. The robot is not going to buy here. So it means you can discover you are in negative 5%, yet the robot is failing to buy your margin call drop of -2. It is because the market does not rise to achieve your buy-in callback percentage. Are we friends? Or I am doing it fast? Are we friends? Give me a yes if we are friends. We are doing the super buy poverty. We have not come to the allocation of our capital yet, but I want you to understand, how does your robot work? How does your robot work? How does it buy your margin calls? Yes. How does it buy your margin calls? Ish. Some people, they are giving me no. Ish. I must repeat for the last time. Oh, yeah. It's not easy to teach, yeah? It's not easy to teach. Yes, there are people that are slow learners. They come slowly, you know? Yeah, like a chameleon. They come slowly like a chameleon. So you must be with them. Yeah? You must be patient with them until they grasp. Yeah? It's not easy to teach, guys. Okay. All right. It's not easy to teach, but let me repeat. Let me repeat one more time on the buy-in callback. On the buy-in callback, let me repeat. Okay, I'm saying the market is dropping. We agreed that it is important, okay, or it is good for the market to drop so that the robot can buy our margin calls. So we are saying this is our entry point A, where the robot is entering with our first buy-in amount. Now, we have instructed this robot to buy 5 times. So let me do this. This is margin call number 1, it goes up. Margin call number 2, it goes up. Margin call number 3, it goes up. Margin call number 4, it goes up. And this is margin call number 5. Then it goes up, it goes down. So we are saying when it has entered here at point A with our first buy-in amount, for the robot to buy after it has bought first time, for the robot to buy again, which is our margin call number 1. This is margin call number 1. Okay? So what are we telling the robot? For you, robot, to buy our margin call number 1, from where you have entered at A, please make sure that you monitor the price should drop with 2%. Okay? This is 2%. You have told the robot that only buy when the price drops with 2%. Now, the price has dropped with 2%. It is okay now. The drop is achieved 2%. What is remaining? What is remaining for the robot to do the actual buying? It is the buy-in what? Callback. So the buy-in callback is this. After the 2% has been achieved, the price should rise a little bit up. The price should go up a little bit with our buy-in callback. So if you put 0.2 here, it means the rising up of this price should match our 0.2. If it does not match our 0.2, let's say that it is below, okay? The price rises, but it does not achieve the 0.2. What is going to happen? The price will go down without buying at this position because the 0.2 is not achieved. Is that okay now? What is the buy-in callback? So the 2% drop is okay, has been achieved. But what is not achieved is the 0.2, our buy-in callback. Once this one and this one kisses together, then you see the robot makes a buy. But if this and this, they don't kiss, the price will continue to go down without buying margin call number 1. Oh, yes. Is that okay now? The people who said I should repeat one more time, are we okay now about the buy-in callback? What is a buy-in callback? Are we okay? So you need to put a very reasonable percentage so that your robot does not struggle to buy margin calls when the price is dropping. Okay? So when it comes to setting, we normally put 0.01 here on the buy-in callback. Okay? We put this. I was explaining so that you understand what is this all about. But we always tell you, put 0.01. Okay? So probably you were just following the instruction, but you were not getting the reason behind it. Why do we put 0.01? Why we don't put 0.5? Why we don't put 0.2? Why? Because this one is high. This one is high. Sometimes the market does not go up with this when it is going down. It will just make a little bit of a movement. It continues to go down. A little bit of a movement. It continues to go down. So we are friends now. I am assuming that. Let's land on the distributed and take profit allocation as well as the cousin of it. Distributed take profit allocation. This is a take profit for margin call number 5 going downwards. Our robot can buy up to 999 times. Okay? Our robot can buy up to 999 times. So you can put your margin call limit here. 999 times. If that coin is dropping, it is going to buy 999 times. So I want you to understand this. From margin call 1 up to 4, when the robot buys them, it normally sells them with the whole position take profit ratio using a callback, this one. When it buys these first 4 margin calls. But margin call number 5, going to 999 times, they are independent calls, or they are sub-positions that are independent. So the robot is going to buy margin call number 5 when the price that has been used to buy margin call number 5 rises. The robot is going to sell this margin call alone and give you a take profit. And that take profit for margin call number 5, it is under distributed and take profit allocation. So when the robot is selling margin call number 5, it does not use this callback here. Okay? It doesn't use this callback. It uses the subposition callback. Let me show you. I am changing margin call limit here. I want you to give me close attention. I am changing the margin call limit. I am putting 10. I am putting 10 margin calls. All right? So I'm tapping on distributed and take profit allocation. Yeah, I'm tapping here. I want you to see. Okay? So I'm tapping there. When I tap there, Can you see from margin call number 5, the subposition I was talking about, it has got its own take profit. Margin call number 6, it has got its own take profit. Margin call number 7, it has got its own take profit because they are independent calls. They can be bought and they can be sold one by one. Yet margin call 1 to 4, they cannot be sold one by one. They are sold at whole warehouse mode with one take profit. Are we clear? So for me to prove this to you, I am changing the margin call limit. Okay? I am changing the margin call limit. I am removing the 10 here. I'm going to put 5. I want you to look closely. If you're going to see these two guys here, when I change my margin call limit to 4, I want you to check these ones, these two here. If they are going to appear after I put 4, I want you to give me an answer. Okay? So that what I am teaching you here makes sense. So I am removing the 10. I am putting 4. I put 4. Give me an answer what you are seeing now. Give me an answer what you are seeing now. Do you see distributed take profit allocation and its cousin? Are they there? Are they available? Give me an answer in the chat. Can you see distributed and take profit allocation? Are they present? Do you know the reason why they are not present? Do you know the reason? Do you know the reason why they are not present? What is the reason? What is the reason? What is the reason? Why are they not present? Those two guys, why are they not there? Yes, they are gone. Aisha, you are right. They are gone. But why are they gone? Why? Give me an answer. Why are they gone? Because they don't have work to do. Their work is for margin call number 5 going downwards. If there is no margin call 5, they don't appear. They are not invited to the party because the food is not enough. Okay? When there is no margin call number 5 going downwards, those two guys are not invited to the party. Their food is not available. They only avail themselves to the party when margin call number 5 comes on. So you know now the reason, right? Yes. So I was making a point that when you are trading with less than 4 margin calls, it means all your 4 margin calls, they are sold using this take profit by the help of this callback. But the moment you put 5, it means margin call number 5, it needs its own take profit, which is not this one of 3%. Are we together? So I am putting back the 5. Then you are going to see these two guys now, they are invited to the party because their meat is available, which is margin call number 5. So they needed to come and deal with this one. Okay? So I'm simply saying margin call 1 to 4, they are sold using this take profit and this callback. While margin call number 5 going downwards, they are sold using distributed take profit allocation using the subposition take profit callback. That is understood, I am very sure. Okay? So we are going to edit our subposition take profit callback. In this case, I don't need to explain this one because you know, because this one, it works the same like this one. The subposition, it works like this callback because all of them, they are callbacks. Profit callback, profit callback. But this one is for whole position. This one is for sub position. Are we together? This one is for hold position, 1 to 4, hold position. This one is for sub position, margin call number 5 and its cousins down there. Good. Strategy mode, don't forget, under strategy mode, okay, we are trading what we call one shot. One shot, it means when the robot has completed this trade, it is not going to buy again until we have instructed to buy again. That is the meaning of one shot. But when you leave it in a cycle, it means once the robot sells this particular trade, it is going to buy again the same coin. The same coin it was trading, it will buy again, because you have told the robot, please do cycle for me. Cycle the trade. Don't allow the trade to complete. Whenever you sell, buy again. Whenever you sell, buy again. That's what we call cycling. So we are using one shot, not cycle. Are we friends? Can I move forward? Can I move forward? Are we friends? We need to go to margin configuration and then finish the business of the day. Are we friends, guys? If we are friends, give me a yes. I'm teaching like now, I'm teaching kindergarten students. I'm teaching kindergarten students here. If you are not understanding, I don't know, it means I needed to ask Leader Julius to give me that drink. I must take that drink so that I can continue teaching. But now, I think it is clear. Yes, it is clear. So let's go to margin configuration and finish the business of the day. And finish the business of the day. Yes. Yes, you are not a KG. Okay, all right. If you are not a KG, it's fine. All right, it's okay. But when I say, are we together? You said no. Yet I have explained, but still you are not there. So you need to go to the KG. You need to go to the KG. Yes, I'm going to lower down your standard. I'm going to bring you to the kindergarten, because those guys, I think those guys, they are better. All right. It was just a break. It was just a break. Let's come here. Margin configuration. What is margin configuration? It is the instructions you give to the robot, how you want the robot to buy your number of margin calls. This one is like the engine of the robot, because this is where you tell the robot, if it is going to buy 5 times, how is it going to buy the 5 times? Okay? Under margin configuration, that's where the robot gets the instructions on how to buy the margin calls. So when you tap on it, you are going to discover that the engine has got 2 parts. The first part is what we call the margin call drop. The second part of the engine is what we call the multiple buy-in ratio. So what is a margin call drop? If you remember, I was saying this to you, that this is point A, where the robot is entering with your first buy-in amount. So from point A, the price goes down, it rises a bit, it goes down, it rises a bit, it goes down, it rises a bit, it goes down. All right? So from point A, what you put here as a margin call drop, you are telling the robot, from point A, or from where you have bought margin call number 1, allow the price to drop with this percentage you put here before you make another buy. Are we together? So the margin call drop, it is a percentage that the robot monitors when the price is going down. before it makes a purchase. So in this scenario, if the 3.5 here, from point A, you are telling the robot, please monitor, let the price go down by 3%, then you can decide to buy. After you have bought margin call number 1, when the price has dropped by 3.5%, wait for it from that position where you have bought margin call number 1. Allow the price to go down again by 4%, then buy second time. I am using these ones to explain. Can you see what we have, what the robot is giving us on default setting? These ones comes with the robot, but we are going to edit. We're gonna give them our own setting. But I wanted you to understand, what do you put here? What does it mean? Okay? Yes. Now, let me come to the right side here. To the right side here, where it says multiple buy-in ratio. So when the robot is buying your margin calls, using your first buy-in amount, should it buy only one time per layer, one time per layer, one time per layer, or it should multiply? Should it multiply, or it should only buy one time? One time, one time, one time, one time. That's what we call multiple buy-in ratio. So when the price drops by this, on this level, how many times should the robot buy with your first buying amount? When the price drops again by this, how many times should it buy? So, in simple understanding, what you put here, it is your capital. How much capital are you assigning the robot to use? Are we together? So now, okay, let me find out before we do the settings of the buy poverty under margin configuration. Are we together? If we are together on the margin configuration, give me a yes. We are coming to the end. We are coming to the end. I'm about to conclude. Give me a yes if you are okay on the margin configuration. On the margin configuration, give me a yes if we are together. Thank you. So let's go and get it done. Let's do the margin configuration for the super buy poverty. Okay, so these are the settings. For super buy poverty, these are the settings. These are the settings for super buy poverty. Here it is 1, and here it is also 1. When it comes to multiple buy-in ratio, I'm just doing this, then I explain. Okay? The number of multiple buy-in ratio, it is 5, it is 5, it is 5, it is 5. Okay. Now, let's do capital allocation. Let's do capital allocation. How much is our capital? I have forgotten. Please remind me, how much is our capital? How much is our capital? Please remind me, how much is our capital? How much is our capital? Hamsin, are you serious? Is $100? How much is our capital, guys? How much is our capital? If you have been following, how much is our capital that we want to allocate to this trade? Someone says $15. Are you serious? Are you serious? Leader Chris, please help me here. Leader Chris, please help me here. Please help me here. You know what I'm going through here. Please help me. $100, $15. Please help me, leader. Oh, it's not easy. Someone says $50 is our capital. Oh my goodness. 5. Oh my goodness. Oh. Hey, Leader Chris, hi. Leader Chris, you need to help me here. I know me and you, we fall in the same category. Me and you, we fall in the same category. Yes, Robert, please tell Leader Chris to bring a red pen to mark these people. Yes, please mark these people with a red pen. All right, guys, our capital is $1,000. That's the amount of capital we are allocating to this particular trade. So now let's do the capital allocation, okay? Let's do the capital allocation, okay? The capital is $1,000, all right? $1,000. Please give me close attention. So when we say bye-bye poverty, we mean it. We are not joking. Okay? When we say bye-bye poverty, we are not joking. We mean it. So we are saying from our capital of $1,000, please expose 50% of this capital to be your first buy-in amount. That's why I'm saying we are not joking here. Bye-bye poverty super is not a joking subject. We are putting in 50% as first buy-in amount. 50% as first buy-in amount. So what is 50% of 1,000? What is 50% of 1,000? That is going to be our first buy-in amount. Give me an answer. What is 50% of 1,000? 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 This one is simple. I see very good answers coming in. This one is simple. Okay, so it is $500. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are using $500 as our first buy-in amount. That's what we are saying to super buy poverty. So our position of entry for the first time, it is $500. Now, we are remaining with $500, okay? We are remaining with a balance of $500. So this 500 is the one that we want the robot to use when prices start to go down, where it has bought with 500. From this position of 500, remember this one is our position of entry, A. Now prices started to go down with our margin call drops. These ones, prices started to go down. It goes down. It goes down. When it goes down, it should use this 500 to buy. That's what we are saying. Now, I want you to understand this. I want you to understand this. Okay. If 500, 50% is our first buy-in amount, if we allow the robot to continue buying our margin calls using this 500, is our capital going to be sufficient? Is our capital going to be sufficient? If we allow the robot to continue buying our margin calls using the 500, is our capital going to be sufficient? Give me an answer in the chat. Is our capital going to be sufficient? Is our capital going to be sufficient? Give me an answer in the chat. Okay. So what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? Give me an answer. You said no, the capital is not enough. So what should we do? What should we do? Give me an answer in the chat. You said no, it's not enough. So what should we do for the capital to be enough? What should we do? We change our first buy-in amount. Okay? We change our first buy-in amount. Immediately, when the robot buys first time using the 500, then we need to come back to our settings of the bot. Okay? We need to come to our settings of the bot. Then we change our first buy-in amount. So I want you to look closely here. I want you to look closely here. Okay? If we are to change our first buy-in amount from 500, here I have put the robot should buy 5 times. I don't know it will be using how much. I want you to give me an answer. Today is practical. Yes, I don't want sleeping students in my classroom. So here I put 5 times. The robot should buy 5 times here. Here also it should buy 5 times. Here also it buys 5 times. But the balance is only 500 that is left. That is the balance left. So if it buys 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, what do you think should be the first buy-in amount when we change from 500? What should we put as our second first buy-in amount? What do you think we should put? Today, I'm not feeding you like a baby. I want you to use your brain. If I put 5 here, I put 5 here, I put 5 there, I put 5 there, and I'm only having 500 left as capital to be included in the margin calls. What do you think should be the second first buy-in amount when we change from 500? Give me an answer. Give me an answer. I'm coming in the chat. I want to see. I want to see. What should be the correct figure? I said today I'm not feeding you like children. I'm not doing that. You must use your common sense, because people, they always think that whatever we put, it should remain like that. No, we adjust sometimes looking at what is remaining. What do we have? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I love you so much, guys. I love you. You see, now you're making my life easier. Okay, so we are changing it to 20. We are changing it to 20. 20 is going to be our first buy-in amount. Once the robot buys the first time with 500, we change the 500, we put 20. So that it buys 5 times here, 5 times 20, 5 times 20, 5 times 20, 5 times 20, 5 times 20. So that the remaining 500 is sufficient to buy these times. Thank you so much for making my work easy. So we are done. Can we save this strategy? Can we save this strategy? We save. All right, we are saving the strategy. Super buy poverty. So the remaining 500 is put in the market. We save. After saving, then we come here. We come to the home page. How do we apply now the strategy? That is the last part of our conversation. How do we apply the strategy? Let's say a signal has been given by the name 1M baby Dodge as a signal. So we want to apply that strategy. How do we go about it? So we come here, we want to pick 1M baby Dodge. Yes, we want to set this straight. So we click I understand. All right. Then we tap on create. Okay, it is taking long to load. Maybe it's network. Okay. All right, we tap on create. Then we continue creating. Okay. Then we are here. When we are here, we tap on trade setting. All right, we tap on trade setting. When we tap on trade setting, we land here where it says smart create and manual create. So we don't use smart create. We use manual create. So we're gonna tap on manual create. When we have landed on manual create, I want to show you the road that goes to my strategy setting. Okay, from here, where do you go to my strategy setting? Okay, so here is the road. Here is the road. This one, this one, this one is the road. That one. If you want to go to my strategy setting, choose a strategy setting. Yes. Then you tap on choose strategy setting. Here you are, my strategy setting. Which one are you picking? Super, buy, poverty. This one on top, this one is the one you are picking. So you just tap on the strategy. You just tap like that. Then it comes. It comes. So when it comes, the only thing that you need to do or to change, it is only this one and this one. Remember? Yes. So you change the strategy mode. You tap on strategy mode, you change it to sub-bin mode. Okay? You choose sub-bin on the strategy mode. Then you tap sub-bin. Sub-bin is appearing now. It is registered. What is remaining? To change your first buy-in amount. Then you tap on the pencil, you put in 500. This is super buy. You put in 500. Then you come here and save. You come and save. Everything is in order, only those two. Then you click show. Then after that, you tap activate. Then create. The robot is going to buy first time using $500. Once it buys with $500, you are going to receive a message, okay? Or you're gonna come back to the strategy, okay? You get out of here, you come under strategy. Then you tap on the coin again, okay? You tap on the coin again, then you tap on trade settings again. When you tap on trade setting, it means it is going to be like this. Remember, it has bought first time with 500. Now, you remove the 500, you put your 20. So that when the robot is buying margin calls 5, it should be using $20. Now, the last but not the least part is compounding. Yes, understand me now as I close. Compounding. Now the robot has bought and it has sold. How do you compound? When the robot has bought all your margin calls, it has put in the $1,000. Okay? It has sold this stock and it gives you 50%, $50 as take profit. Profit has been generated from 1,000. It is $50 from one trade. This is just an example, okay? So how do you compound? The next trade that you are going to pick, you're gonna take 50 plus 500. It is going to be your first buy-in amount, 550. The next trade becomes your first buy-in amount. After it has bought the first time using 550, you come and edit and put back the 20. All right? You are compounding. Someone is asking, what if the robot buys only first time using 500? It is the same way. I said that sometimes the robot can buy only one time with your first buy-in amount. So in this scenario, the robot only put in 500. Then it gives you 3% of $500. You are going to take that profit. You add it to 500. Let's say it is $15 profit. So you're going to take this 15, you add it to 500. It is going to be 515 as first buy-in amount. The robot buys first time, then you add it, you put it 20. This way, you are compounding until. I'm assuming that you are recording your trades so that you don't forget what was the first buying amount in the first trade, because there are some who are trading 5 coins. In every coin, they are compounding. So you end up forgetting that the first trade, the first buying amount, it was how much? What about the second trade? What about the third trade? So I'm saying, make sure you are doing justice to your business. Record, have a book, write down so that you are doing it correctly. Can I take some questions? 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 Hey. I'm saying bye poverty, super, bye poverty. I'm dealing with a capital of $1,000. Okay? So if your capital is less than that, don't consider super bye. It's not gonna fit. Are we together? Are we together? If your capital is less, please use start small, win big. Use bull run. It is gonna suit that. But super bye, we're exposing 50% of our capital. So imagine you're having $100 and you're exposing 50% of 100. It means you are trading with $50. You remain with $50 for margin calls. You are joking. You are joking, man. You are joking. Okay? You are joking. You can't tell me medium buy poverty. There is no medium buy poverty. All right? There is no medium here. We are saying super buy. No medium. Which mode to use? Okay, which mode to use? What did I say about the mode? To those who are listening, what did I say about the mode? What did I say about the mode? Thank you so much, Alan. Sub-bin mode. Sub-bin mode. There are people who are listening. Sub-bin mode. Okay? How fast can the current price be pulled closer to the average price in the super buy poverty? You are just asking, so I'm not going to answer. Robert, you are just asking. No. Robert, you need to understand this. When it comes to the pulling of the average price closer to the current price, it depends on this. Okay? It depends on this. Let me share my screen. How fast or how huge the average price can be pulled to come to the current price. Look here, guys. Look here. The robot, whenever the price drops, it will be buying 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. It means it is putting in $100 at once. $100 at once. So someone who is buying here, okay, who is buying here 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, meaning to say the robot is putting in only $40. $40. Between this one of 100 and this one of $40, which one is going to come out fast? When it it comes to the pulling of the average to come closer to the current price, which one of the two? The one who is buying only 2 times and the one who is buying 5 times? Give me an answer. I'm helping to answer Robert here. He's asking how fast the pulling of the average price to come to the current price. Which one will come out fast? Thank you so much. So there you go, Robert. It means when you are buying multiple times on the multiple buy-in ratio, if you allow your robot to buy multiple times, it means the pulling of your average price is going to be fast. Because remember, Robert, it is capital. You cannot buy 10 times at one position if you don't have capital. So capital speaks louder. Capital speaks louder when it comes pulling of your average price. If you are buying one time, even if you buy 100 times, you are joking. You are joking. How about the capital has bought all your margin calls, but the robot is still in the market and it shuts off the margin call? What next? Get a glass of water and drink and remain patient. Yes. What do you want to do? You are saying the capital is being used up. So what are you going to do? You don't have capital. So patience. Bring in patience to help you trade. Okay? Bring in patience to help you trade. Don't allow emotions to come here. You end up selling your trades in a loss because you have seen another coin that is doing well. You said, let me sell this one so that I take that one. This one is so slow. Have you ever seen people who says that? This one is so slow. I'm gonna sell. I don't mind losing the small capital. Let me sell and take that coin. That coin is pumping. Then you sell. You bring that capital to this coin, and then this coin started to drop. Then you get stuck again. Then what are you going to do next? Hey guys, it's trading. We are not gambling, okay? So when your margin calls are bought and the coin is still not completed by the robot, patience, guys, patience. Wait. Yes, wait. Are we together? If your capital is used up, wait. Yes, the signal expires. Some of the signal, they will tell you, trade this signal if you see it within 5 minutes. When it proceeds 5 minutes, when you see the signal after 5 minutes, don't trade, because time of entry in the market matters. Okay? So the signal tells you when should you trade, or it should take how long. Once you proceed that time, don't take the trade. Most of the signals, they will tell you, please, after 5 minutes, don't take it. Your signal set does not appear when you click on strategy. What do you mean signal? Okay, let me answer Teresa Davis. How do you know that your margin calls have been bought? Teresa, come here with me. Come here with me. I want to show you how do you know that the robot has bought your margin calls. Let's come here. I've got a trade here. Okay. All right. So here when you have clicked activate, once the robot activate, it normally write pause in red. Okay? Immediately when you tap activate, then the robot writes pause. That is, if the signal that you are trading, you are not using preset, because in preset price, the robot will be waiting for your preset price to be achieved. Okay? So in the preset price, the robot does not buy immediately, but it will be writing pause. Okay? It will be writing pause. But in the course of current price, it means when I click activate, the robot is going to buy immediately. So after it has done that, it will write pause in red. Then I come here. First of all, there is a bell here. Make use of this bell for you to check that the robot has bought, because it gives you messages on that bell. Okay? So you tap on the bell, you are going to see a message like this. You're going to see a message like this one. Okay? You will see a message like this one that says there is a new buy. It means the robot has bought the first margin call, or either it has bought with the first buy-in amount. Then you can come and edit the 500 and put your 20. Okay? The second way to check is to tap here on the strategy. Teresa, I think you are still here. Tap on the strategy here. When you tap on the strategy, you are going to see coins that are running. Okay? You're going to see coins that are running. So you can see I've got 2 coins here that are running. This one and this one. So if it happens that the trade you were setting is this one, then you're going to come and tap on the trade. You tap on it like this. Then you tap on trade setting. Then you edit your first buy-in amount. Okay? You come and edit your first buy-in amount. Then you tap save, so that the robot can capture the new settings of the first buy-in amount. Then you save, then you leave the robot to continue trading. If the robot has bought all your margin calls, it writes them here. Margin, okay, it writes number of call margin. So if they are 5, it will write 5 are completed. If there are still some that are remaining, it will write also. It will write the ones it has bought, then you will see that no, my margin calls, they were 10. Okay? So it has only bought 5. It means 5 are remaining. But they are recorded here, the calls that are bought. Is that okay, Teresa? Is that okay, Teresa? Did I answer your question? How do you know the robot has bought your margin calls? Did I answer your question? Did I answer your question? All right, thank you. Can I trade 2 different strategies on the same coin simultaneously? Yes, when you are trading them in different exchanges. JVX, you can only trade the same coin from different exchanges. You trade one in Binance, you trade one in HTX. Same strategies or different strategies. But you cannot trade 2 different strategies on the same coin simultaneously in one exchange. Remember, it is one coin. So you cannot set it 2 times. Is that okay, JVX? Did I answer your question? Crispus, you can add. if you are having a small capital of $10, you can add your $10. It's either you open one margin call, okay? You allow the robot to buy using that $10. It's okay. Our robot can be edited. You can edit it. Okay? Google Piscal, you said your strategy or your signal does not appear when you click on strategy. Okay. If you tap here, it is not appearing. Okay. Some people, they find it difficult. Yes, sometimes it does not appear. This is what the gentleman is asking. I don't know if it's a gentleman or a gentle lady. When you tap here on strategy, sometimes you don't see the coin appearing. Okay. When you tap here on strategy, sometimes you don't see the coin appearing. What do? You just need to pull your screen. Can you see what is happening when I pull the screen? There is that arrow on top there. It means I'm pulling my screen. I am refreshing the screen. All right. So pull your screen down. Pull your screen down. When it has completed, it is going to bring in the fresh. So you just needed to pull your screen to refresh. Are we together? Google Pixel. Is it Google Pixel? Yes. It's the one who was asking. Your trade or your signal does not appear under strategy. What is going on? Just refresh your screen. Is that okay? Did I answer your question, Pixel? All right. What else? You can compound all the strategies. You don't compound actually a strategy. You compound your first buying amount on every strategy. If you are trading one coin on bull run strategy and you are compounding, continue compounding. If you are trading one coin on super buy poverty and you are compounding, continue compounding because it's different capitals that you are trading with. How can I get pop-up notifications on Royal Q? Did you activate them? You need to come here. Jamira, is that Jamira? Jamira, you come here, you activate them here. Okay, you activate them here. System setting. Can you see here where it says notifications? Here, when you come on your mine section, okay, Jamira, this is where you get system notifications. You do the settings right there. Okay, so come there and do the settings so that you are able to get notifications. When you tap on the mine section here, when you tap on the mine section, like you want to log out of your system, then you choose system setting. You choose the system setting, then you tap on notification settings. That's where you activate your notifications. I hope I have answered that question, Jamira. Is that okay? Is that okay? Yes. All right. Thank you so much. What else? What else I did not answer here? I'm trying to get the questions. Yes, you can change your strategy setting when the strategy is already running. You can change your strategy setting, but you should understand that when you are changing a strategy to a running trade, because that strategy is already applied, remember the robot has already bought your margin calls. The new strategy you are setting is not going to be applied unless the robot starts selling, okay? The robot starts selling under the old strategy. Then it buys again your margin calls. then it is going to pick the new strategy. Are we together? JVX. You can change your strategy setting. It is okay, but it's not going to be effective immediately if the robot has already bought the margin calls. Guys, what do you do when your capital has runs out? I don't know the answer. When your capital has run out, what do you do? When you are running out of capital, what do you do? I don't know the answer there. You deposit more. Thank you so much, Enrique. You deposit or you remain patient. You deposit more capital or you remain patient. That's the only solution. When your capital runs out, those are the two solutions. You look for more capital and put it in, yes. You add capital, yes. Hey, Crispus, if you add $10, change your first buying amount to 5. Let the robot buy one time, or either it buys one time, then it uses the $10 at once. Okay? That is the only thing you can do. You cannot use $10 for the robot to buy a 9 margin calls. It's not possible. You are joking, Crispus. You are joking. Oh, Gladys, what an amazing answer. Tell them to sell their boyfriends. They should sell their boyfriends if they are girls. Sell your boyfriend. Tell them I'm going to come and collect you next month. Okay? If you run out of capital, go and sell your boyfriend. Tell the boyfriend I'm coming back for you next month. You are my asset now. I am investing in you. No, you don't borrow money from your uplines. They're not going to give you money. You don't borrow money from your uplines. Yes. Okay, you just need to add capital. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your attention. We have been here for some time now. Allow me to go and drink some water. I think my voice is going. So let me go and drink some water. Then we meet again. Yes, we meet again. I think I'll be available tomorrow. Yes, someone is coming on this Zoom in the evening by the name Coach Julius. Is coming on this Zoom again this evening. Yes, he needed to come and help me. So in the evening, Coach Julius will be here doing also what he think that people they needed to learn. I'm not going to say what he's going to teach, but he's going to be here at evening. So from me, we're going to only meet again tomorrow morning in the technical Zoom. So thank you so much, guys. I wish you a lovely day until we meet again. Yes, trade with care, all right? But most importantly, be patient. Be patient. The market is going to be okay. The market is going to be okay. We love you guys so much. We love you so much. So take care and